Hey Scorpio, this is your general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of July. And Scorpio, this is a kind of a month where you have to hang on to your britches, honey, because it's going to be big, and big in more ways than you can imagine. There might be big challenges, but definitely bigger opportunities for you to grow and thrive and maybe get some of those big ideas turning into big rewards eventually. So why? What's going on? Let's shuffle the cards, Scorpio. Do as we always do. We'll wait for the right ones to come out and we'll talk about the energy. So in a month where everything is pretty much retrograding, we even have Mercury retrograding this month. I know. It comes around all the time, and when it does, we always act shocked. But, you know, brace yourself, because this is a month where communication could get weird. Travel plans could get all strange. You might forget documents, passports at the last minute when you're at the airport. Check your car that it has enough gasoline. Check yourself that you have enough gasoline, because everything might either get delayed, just get weird, stop working. Internet connections might stop working. Your phone might stop working, computers, so on like that. You might be waiting for a delivery that doesn't come. Lots of shit like this, okay, for Mercury retrograde. And we'll still feel it right up until, say, mid-August. So, you know, we'll all be in this together. So when it happens, don't worry, it's not just you. We are all experiencing it, okay? But there are other big things happening this month, namely the 2 eclipses happening this month. July 2nd, there is a solar eclipse, the new moon in Cancer, happening for you in your 9th house. This also happens to be where your North Node of Destiny is. So what you could find here, Scorpio, are new doorways, new paths of opportunity opening up for you to be bigger. If you work for yourself, for example, this might be a real moment where you expand your business. You know, stop thinking small and start thinking big. Get merchandise going on, get a website up and running, get expanding on social media. You know, get bigger, get braver, get bolder, and get winning when you do. This could be a real time too where new opportunities come for you to study, because this is a moment, and I'll tell you why, offsetting this on July 16th is the lunar eclipse that's happening in the opposite end of things, down in the 3rd house. Now this is a full moon in Capricorn. Saturn is in this area. Pluto, your ruler, is also in this area where the South Node is. What you're letting go. So you're moving towards the 9th house vibe, which is about getting new big ideas together, seeing a bigger picture, traveling and so on like that. But you're letting go of small time shit. So that's why I'm saying, if you work for yourself or in the job that you're doing, it's like, tired of the small time. I've got to think bigger, expand my business, play it like I'm already on an upper level. You know, start kind of climbing, coming away from small-minded people. You know, if you're in an office or whatever and you see the people gathering around the coffee machine, you might be finding yourself saying, oh my God, I'm just going to wait till they go before I get my coffee, because it'll be all about, oh, did you hear what they did? And did you hear what this happened? And oh my God, last night, did you see this on TV? And you're like, oh my God, if I have to listen to that once more, I'll lose my mind. It's all small when I'm thinking big. Now, you might also find this month that there's a sudden real awareness that you can't maybe cope with some of the nonsense that maybe relatives are bringing to you. That's cousins, brothers, sisters, kind of immediate family members, acquaintances, neighbors, things like that. It's like, can you all just get out of my space? Can you all stop trying to bother me? I have bigger things to be thinking about here. And you sure do, Scorpio, because like I said, you maybe identify that you've kind of fallen into a small box here. You've boxed yourself in. Maybe you didn't do it. Maybe it was just the way shit has been going for you recently. I feel boxed in. I feel hemmed in. And I have to escape. I have to make a break for it. I have to start using my skills in a better way. If that means going back, putting a few coins in and studying something so that I can meet a new target, then so be it. I'm not letting my skills go to waste. I'm not surrounding myself with people who are always playing games a little bit, people who are into that one-upmanship, or who are trying to be cooler than the next person, or are trying to be a bit shifty and shady. And you're saying, oh, these games, you know, small-time games, can't cope with them. Bring on the big-time games. That's what I need. That's what I need. I've already recognized last month that I'm on a game changer. So now what is the change in the game? Me. I'm going into the big arena now. I am headed towards that as the first card comes out. And this is a card of wanting new adventures. And that's exactly what you want. New adventures to travel. You could have opportunities this month to go abroad, or to have people from foreign cultures come visit you. There is a whole exchange of ideas between you and people where you're learning. My world has been too small for too long. I need a radical shift here. I need to be bringing educated people into my life. I need to be bringing bigger opportunities into my life. I need space to think. Lots and lots of space to think and start over again. So yeah, find those spaces. Some of those spaces for you could be spiritual spaces. Maybe thinking about going on some retreat, maybe to a spiritual place, or just going a weekend away where there's something really natural, even spiritual, historical, but something that connects you in some way to a higher wisdom or a higher understanding. That's your new big adventure. That's where you're at. The small-minded people have shown themselves up time and time again to be of absolutely no use to you. But I will warn you of something that might happen this month, Scorpio. All those small-minded people, the ones that this month you're saying, I'm above them, I'm rising above all those nonsense bitches and all the crap that they keep bringing to my door, all those stupid messages they keep sending to my phone, all that nonsense talk that they come with, you know, I am going to rise above all of that. Yet the issue here is that there could be one last big trigger this month by those bitches that you're leaving behind, where they might really provoke you to come out and say something big. You know, this could be a real moment of turbulence where it's like, I've put up with you for too long. I've shut my mouth for too long. I've stayed in this box for too long. I've stayed on the sidelines for too long. I have kept quiet for too long, and you keep needling me and needling me and needling me. Stand back. Stand back. Scorpio is about to unleash the venom. Okay, I understand if you want to do that. However, that could be you stinging yourself with your own poisonous tail. That could be where those small-minded, petty bitches that you're trying to escape from win. Where you actually sting yourself by saying, stand back and let me have my say. Yeah. What you want to be doing this month, Scorpio. Now, you can choose whatever path you want, but I would say maybe the healthier path for your new adventure is to really be bigger than all of it. If they come needling you this month, if they come provoking you, trying to get you to communicate something, trying to get you to say something, trying to get your opinion on something so they can bitch about it later, then just be that person who is bigger. Just say, sorry. This shit really used to work on me before. I used to get triggered by this. I have now proven to myself that I'm out of that loop. I am not triggered by these small-minded, petty people. And these people who want to confuse me all the time. People who play tricks. People who are low level. I'm not interested anymore. And my win comes when I actively show that while they're all expecting me to raise the tail and go in for the sting, I'll say, no, I'm saving all that fabulous Scorpio energy for a new target into my future. So long, bitches. Enjoy the small time. Yeah. It's going to get strong. You could be watching this at the start of the month going, what? Who are these? You might feel it around the time of the lunar eclipse. It is where you might get tested they goad you to come out and say something big and tell us what you really feel. And don't do it. Don't do it. Just say, nah, those days are gone. Those days are gone. Why? Because other big things are happening. Like I said, new opportunities for you are coming this month. And I think for some of you, with Mars and Leo in the 10th house, there's a lot of new responsibilities coming your way. Maybe work responsibilities, life responsibilities in general happening for you. And you say, I'm bigger than all of this. I have a family to be taken care of. I've got my pets to be taken care of. I've got my life, my work, my target that I'm aiming for. I've got to be taken care of that. This is my new law. These are my new responsibilities. That was then, those shady people, small-minded. This is now, and this is my future. I have a new responsibility to go forward. And that's what helps you not get drawn back into the small-mindedness of other people. But in your work too, I think that at some point, some of you might have to go back and do a little bit of repair work in your career field. Something that didn't go right maybe recently, in recent months, you might have to double back and repair that. Maybe some issues that you had with people you worked with, that could be repaired. All in an effort of, I can fix this, watch, I'm not going to get pissed off with this. Instead, I'm going to do it. Not going to fall out with people here. They might be shady, they might be behaving badly. It's not going to bother me. I'm going to fix it, repair it, heal any rifts maybe that happened there, and I am going to move on. Maybe even put my energy into a whole new direction in my career. Yeah. I also see there for some of you, Mercury retrogrades further back on July 19th, again into the 9th house, where it's again saying, maybe there's an opportunity that you have missed to be bigger, an opportunity that came by before to expand your business, to expand your career, to expand your studies, to expand your travels, and you didn't take up that offer the first time round, or you kind of did it a bit, dipped your toe in and came back, and now you're saying, I want to do that again. I didn't go on that journey for long enough. I didn't experience that culture deep enough. I didn't expand my ideas broader enough. When I had that idea to publish something, start up a blog, a vlog or something, I never went with it. I need to revisit that and open that up again. Yeah, so that's for some of you. Again, some of you this month too might be going back to rethink your whole attitude towards your health, your diet and fitness. It could be, I need to take a few steps back here, relax, calm myself and slow down a little bit so I can get back into a better rhythm and cycle with my health and recover a little bit maybe from some of the recent shit that's been coming to your door, Scorpio, okay? So that's that vibe. Now we've only 2 cards, so I've been doing a lot of talking, so let me start choosing a few more cards. So like I said, there are definitely new adventures, new doors opening for you. Yeah, you see, battling somebody off, battling off those bitches. Look, I'm above you all. You can keep coming at me. I will defend myself, but I will not be drawn into battle. Yes, that's the big theme here, the big theme. Also, another thing here to Scorpio is the idea of, in an effort to get away from small-minded thinking like media, news, magazines, things where you're not finding any great level of truth or answers from, you know, you're not watching the news as much anymore, or kind of catching up with the news because it doesn't seem to be giving you the answers that you need. There could be a real moment that this month you could find bigger answers from somebody, maybe find new news sources, new thinkers, new people who believe in different things, people whose brilliant minds and abilities to see things in a whole new direction could totally inspire you. It's like a month of watching TED Talks and going deep into books that are philosophical and probing bigger issues. I want to know something more. And you might, as I said, identify a few people who just have always thought bigger, you know, digging out the old classics and so on like that, because shit, back then they knew how to think. Nowadays nobody knows how to think, and they're all confusing me. So it's deep consideration into deep ideas. The only thing I'd caution you about here, Scorpio, is not to get so into something deep, new, spiritual, religious or so on like that, that it pulls you in a totally new course immediately. It's like if you've been one religion or faith all your life or no faith, this month you could find somebody who, it's like, there's the answer, there's the thing I've been looking for. These are the ones, I will change my faith, I will change everything, I will change my ism. You know, a lot of the times people have ism, they identify as, I am socialism, I am capitalism, I am this, I am that. You might totally radically change your ism from one belief system to another. All I'm saying to you is, you know, still have a little bit of wise judgment here and the ability to discern that something isn't just a new lie, just told better and said in a deeper way, okay? So I'll allow you to kind of think about that there so you can figure that one out. Now, let's get a few more cards going on here, Scorpio. Yeah, we've only, 5, 6 cards. I'll just choose a few more. But I'm excited about these new paths for you, new adventures, wanting to just radically change everything up. I'll take that one there, yeah. A few more. Yeah, let me just start pulling them here because they're not leaping and hopping. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully after this, over the next 6 months, oh, there's a nice card. It should start getting a little bit lighter. You know, the energies have been quite heavy over the last year and a half for everybody. It's not so easy to be light. It's not so easy to be playful. It's not so easy to be humorous and just kind of see things all fresh and be excited by things. It's not easy right now for everybody over the last, as I said, year and a half or so. But this month marks a transition period where it will begin to start getting better, easier, where you might start getting interested in things again in an exciting and fresh way. It's just we've had to deal with this heavy shit. Yeah, we all did, Scorpio, not just you. Anyway, we have all the cards we need, Scorpio. So finally, let's go over to the ta-da, big grand overview. So I told you there's a new big adventure. You want to put all your fire and enthusiasm and passion into almost establishing yourself in some way. Now this could be with a home, either saying I need a new adventure, I need to move home, change home, find somewhere new that excites me. I need a new fresh panorama in my life, new people, new vision, new everything, new food, new cooking. I want it all to be different. So there's a real hunger and a desire to establish yourself in a passionate way to do something, which is interesting that I just said a few moments ago that everything has been a bit blah over the last year and a half. Very hard to get excited over anything, really. I mean, I read cards for 12 signs every month and I try my best to keep it light, but even I feel, I can't come on here and act the clown because people are going through shit here and there's heavy things to be dealt with here, you know. We can still have a laugh in between, you know, we're not totally without a bit of fun, but it is heavier energy. But as I said, this month marks a month where it's slowly now starting to come into the last leg of the race, you know. But in this month you are saying, I'm going to use what I've learned, my skills, my talents, to open myself up in a whole new way and establish something new in my life. The home that I live in, there will be new rules. There will be new laws. Maybe if you've children or people that you house share with or something, it's like there has to be a new way to do this where everybody can get on better, where we can all live better together. You know, it's that whole feeling of There has to be a better way, and I'm going to find it, and I'm going to be passionate about this. But certainly finding new ways this month to establish yourself in a business, in a career, in a health regime, in friendships, something where you feel, I need to be here now. And now that I'm here, I need to hold on to this and build it from the ground up. Build it from the ground up. Now, sometimes this is seen as a marriage card. Sometimes it's like big declarations of love, big, powerful declarations of love. So for some of you, that could be happening this month. I don't know, wedding season maybe for some of you this month. But it's fire, it's passion, it's enthusiasm for you to get out there and break away. Like this guy, he's breaking loose, he's breaking free. His horse is rearing. He said, I'm rearing to go, get me out of here. I don't want to have to deal with that smallness again. I need bigger adventures in my life. And those bigger adventures are going to set me up for the long haul. It's this new adventure that I'm starting now it's almost like lighting that fuse on a long bomb, you know. It's lighting a fuse to put out explode the fireworks in my future. So that's where you're at, so laying the ground plans for something much bigger. And it'll be great, it will be great. You won't see the results this month, but you know that this is the groundwork. But again, here's you defending yourself against people who might be coming at you. People who might be challenging your opinions and your ideas, telling you that you're wrong, even though it's very obvious that you're not. I'm not wrong, but you're not listening to me. I'm not wrong. Maybe I can say it differently. Maybe I can handle it differently. Maybe I shouldn't lose my shit when I kind of get into a debate or argument with you, but I'm not wrong. So you are taking the higher moral ground this month in first asserting, I'm not wrong, but then saying, you know what is wrong? Trying to convince these bitches that I'm not wrong. That's wrong. I'm getting up on a higher ground here. See, he's standing on higher ground and saying, back away, bitches, back away. I want to defend myself. You know, if you notice, he's not using the stick to beat them with. He's using the stick to push them away. And that's a better energy for you this month. It's like, push them away. Don't fight. Because here's what I see you doing. Your bigger focus is on the work that you're doing with Mars and Leo in the 10th house. You have so much to be getting on with. You need space. Space. You need space to breathe. It's like, I need a bigger house. I need a bigger apartment. I need a bigger garden. I need on the weekend to be able to go hiking or to a lake or somewhere like that. I need space. Quiet. I just need space to think about where I'm going next, because I sense that there's something coming. Of course, Scorpio, you and your spidey senses, you know way ahead of time that the atmosphere has changed. Even though we might still be in a kind of a dark period at the moment, you know that there's the horizon, you know that there's a sunrise coming, and you say, I have plans, I've got work to be doing here to make a new foundation with my career, with my studies, with my life in general, to make hay even before the sun shines. I'm working, and I want this responsibility. I want to do this, I want to work, but it's that thing, again, Scorpio, I need them all to leave me alone. I need that free space in my mind to think. And once I have that, and once I'm left alone, I will come up with great solutions. And I will come up with great answers to so many things in my life. And when I return, that will be my reply. They won't know me by what I'm saying or trying to convince them. They will know me by what I've done. They will know me by how I've stepped away and returned and said, now bitches, does this answer your question? Yeah, I've been working hard, in case you haven't noticed. I've been moving on while you've all been bickering amongst yourselves. So that's strong. Now, I see this. Mid-month, you see something, a happy conclusion to something. You're stronger. It's almost like, I feel that something has definitely ended for you. Firstly, I think it's an attitude. That thing of, I don't have to communicate in an unhealthy way. This is Mercury in Cancer. And Mercury on July 19th does retrograde back into Cancer. And it's the energy of you saying, you know, I never realized I'm so much stronger when I don't get involved in the noise and the chatter and the gossip and the drama. I'm so much better. I'm so much stronger. And the quiet time where I've kept my head down and working towards a healthier future for myself, where I can have full control of my career, my life, my family, where I live. Now that I've done that, it feels like I can communicate with people in a better way. Maybe because I found a group of people who are easier to speak to, that they're not afraid to talk about taboo things. They're not afraid to talk about bigger things. You know, sometimes when you, poor you, Scorpio, because I know this happens to you a lot, when you do go to talk about big, deep things, whatever that may be, ghost spirits, psychic energy, aliens, spirituality, whatever, very often people look and go, sorry, what? What? Oh, I don't know anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you believe in all of that shit? You know, you get that a lot, I know. But this is the moment, I think, mid-month, where you say, I really don't have to try to convince people that who I am and what I do is valid. I've found new people who give me the strength to just open up and say what I want to say and be who I want to be. And that seems to be like a happy conclusion. It's over the way the people I used to talk to, it's over. This feeling again, Scorpio, of I don't have to censor myself anymore. I don't have to shut up anymore. The problem is that I was trying to sell something, give something, explain something to all the wrong people. They weren't getting it. And they kept telling me I was wrong. It was just all the wrong people. So I'm moving my business, my career, my life, my energy, my passions, my enthusiasm, my spirituality. I'm moving it towards people who will freely talk about this shit and who will get it and help me grow more confident and stronger in my convictions to get bolder and bigger with maybe a lifestyle change that I want to happen. Some of you really wanting to make a lifestyle change, like a total different culture, total different place, different country. Even if you're not moving, it's like your home will be radically turned into something else. Like if your home was one of those homes where everybody came and went, you're saying, I don't want that anymore. I want this home to be a private, peaceful place, or vice versa. I want this home to be a place where I need to get a big dining table so I can invite really interesting people who will, maybe a book club, or talk about things. I just want to meet these more interesting people, and maybe my home could be a good place to do that from. Now we have the Moon in Cancer card, and on July 2nd there is the new Moon in Cancer in the 9th house. Again, this is the energy of saying you have been offered something before, an opportunity either to move abroad, go abroad. There was a dream you had before, to expand your career, to expand your vision of something, to expand your life in some way, your skills, and you didn't take up on it. But I think Mercury retrograding in Cancer this month is saying, you remember what I offered you? Can you take that again and try that out again? You dipped your toe in once and you forgot about it. Go back again and try it. And put the hard work and effort. I really feel a turnaround for you, Scorpio, this month. When you accept this new way of seeing things, this new free feeling in your life and running with it with great passion, like it's your new adventure, it spurs you into action. I need to work on this. I need to keep my head down. And I'll say this, Some of you really do already have a great talent for something, and you neglected it. You got distracted by other people, you're distracted by too many voices, too much chatter. It's like, go back to basics, remember what you're very, very good at, and focus on that and that alone. And maybe even focus on one section of that. Like if your skill or what you've learned covers a broad section, pinpoint one specific section and make that be your speciality, and zone in on that and turn it into maybe something that brings in a bit of coin for you. Really, Scorpio, hard work begins this month. And as I said, it's like lighting the fuse, where it will, in no time at all, not this month, but in no time at all, you will see the fireworks of success if you start this month. Now, I do see this, there's a lot of communication towards the end of the month, strong communication, and it's just like, it's not going anywhere. This communication could get hot, heated, ignorant. It could be all full of fire and rage and no wisdom, no knowledge, no insight. This is like the energy of careless gossip, just people talking for talking's sake. And what I don't want you to do is to be on the receiving end of that or be involved with it. It's a very strong temptation that's going to come this month, Scorpio. It's like they'll come at you from all angles, saying things, whispering, he said, she said, they said. Do your best, turn this around and say, I am not involved in that. I am not taking part in a negative communication that is wasteful in the end, wasteful. So you can all stop phoning me, calling me, telling me what's going on, trying to get me all worried about certain family members or certain people. You can stop, because most of the problems they seem to be coming at you with, it's they want you to be part of it because they want to see your reaction. That's all it is. There's a level of cruelty here, Scorpio, and I touched upon this in the deep read with Cancer too. There was an element of that with them, of people trying to provoke you because there's a cruelty in wanting to see a reaction. They're too backward about saying something to another person directly, so they'll phone you and throw their little words in, thinking that you'll get all enraged and go in and sort them all out. Don't. If they phone you and say, well, they did this and they did that, say, and what did you do? Nothing? Come back to me when you've done something and tell me how that went. Bye. You know, not your problem. Not your problem. And when you do that, Scorpio, when you do that, I see a whole new fresh outlook coming in for you. This is the card of optimism. This is like coming out of a dark moment because you're able to communicate a whole lot healthier. This is the raw truth, the whole truth, the real authentic truth. And this is how she finds herself in her full, bare, naked wisdom. She's been truthful and honest. Under the stars, I'm not lying. Nothing is clouding me. You can see it all. I'm free of what has been clouding my life. And because of that, I'm more optimistic. This is like good energy, fresh vibes, but feeling more like yourself than you've done in a very, very long time, Scorpio. And because of this work you're doing on yourself and pushing these people away, because of that, a new type of person comes towards you to acknowledge the work that you're doing. I see by the end of the month, Scorpio, if you're working on promoting yourself, promoting your talents, promoting your education, promoting a business, expanding something, publishing something, this is the energy of being recognized, people stepping forward and saying, listen, I like what you're doing there. Can I help? Do you need any assistance? Do you need any more information? I see how hard you're working and I see you doing it on your own. It's like a labor of love, doing something passionately, and it's like a bit of good luck comes, a lucky star arrives when you take that whole new attitude. And by the end of the month, yeah, they are coming to acknowledge you and take the work that you do seriously. That's important. acknowledged by important people because you've a new attitude of taking yourself and your work perhaps more seriously, or your commitment to your life destination more seriously. I will say this, excuse me, the energy of Leo and Aquarius might be very strong for you this month. Leo, Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, maybe a family member, or maybe somebody in your workplace. So the strong issues seem to be coming up between family and work this month. But either way, if you handle yourself with that great sense of, I'm not listening to them, I'm just focusing on my life because I see there's something fresh coming, then you succeed. Then all the right people start coming to you, all the pieces start falling into place. Scorpio, I really like that. I like that you're getting stuck into doing something that you're really passionate about. And I certainly like that you're not being triggered by these people. And I particularly love how you're beginning this month to, it's almost like there's a new law in town. There is I'm making a new commitment to myself, my health, my work, my career, my life. This is my new commitment, and it will pay off a little later down the road, but it will. So Scorpio, my love, I'm going to leave it at that. Now, you know these are the general energies of this unusual eclipsey retrograde month. To get into the real details about love for the couples, for the singles, money, career, family, friends, and anything else we didn't touch upon here, you know to come to the other reading, the deep read on Vimeo. It's all linked down there below, and we open everything right up and have a real deep look at what is going on. So if you haven't been there before, do come along, and the rest of you, you know where to come by now, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you there. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave it at that, my beauty. Enjoy this strong month for you. Get the best out of it and come out fighting fit on the other side. And I will leave you, as always, my beauty, with all my love and a great big kiss from me to you. Mwah. Until next month, my gorgeous. Bye.